Yo, welcome to the back and forth. We all over east, west, south, and north. We're on YouTube every Wednesday at 8:30. We keep it clean with a little dirty. I'm Dollar Bill and I am your host. It's the Re and Get Mo, we rock the most. It's the back and forth, it's the back and forth, it's the back and forth.
I had around me back then at the house in Laverne. Like you said, yeah, I had some killers with me, man. You know, GDs, White Slow.
Don't be saying that, don't be saying that, don't be saying that. Allegedly, he allegedly had killers with him. Allegedly. Look, we didn't have no French crew if you want Espanol. The fuck?
Okay, welcome to the show, everybody. It's the Back and Forth show number 102. It is December 11th, 2024. This year is about to be up out of this stinking joint. What's going on, fellas?
Man, chilling, can't call it.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Glad to be here another day, man.
All right. So how's everybody the last couple of weeks been?
Been pretty mid.
Mine sucked. I've been
Right,
sick.
pretty mid.
Man.
All right. So what you getting over your sore throat and everything, Mark?
Yeah, man, it was a real bad case of sinus. You know, I had a sinus infection. So, I had, man, I was, my nose was bleeding, coughing up, spitting up blood and stuff, man, phlegm and stuff. Yeah. So mine's real bad, man. I really don't get sick, but with the sinus, yeah, it hits me every time.
Okay. Well, again, hope you get better soon. I'm glad you was able to make it for the show for sure.
No doubt.
Yeah. So it's the holiday season, and this weather's been, Nashville weather is always indecisive. It don't know what it want to do. Sometimes it's this, then it's that, then it's that, then it's this. It snowed, then it's cold, and it's warm. It's 60, then it's 40, then it's 30. It's like all over the place. So I ended up coming down like a little slight cold, but it wasn't too crazy. I was able to take some cough and cold and flu medicine, take some throat lozenges, and so I'm kind of back. Okay, my nose is slightly stopped up, but it's just the remnants of whatever I was going through. So I should be over this in a couple more days and stuff. But other than that, man, hey, man, the news has been wild. Everything's been crazy. So we're going to go and jump right on in. So we want to make sure, also I wanted everybody to know that, not everybody, I want to let you guys know, let's try to keep our commentary at least down for at least to a minute, at the most 2 minutes. That way we can keep the show going, keep everything in rotation and stuff. All right, so y'all ready to get this show off the chain?
Yeah, sure, for sure.
All right. Let me go ahead and get this set up. All right, and here's the first clip. Check this out. We'll watch this clip and we'll come right back.
Jay-Z is speaking out after he's accused by a woman in a civil lawsuit of raping her when she was 13, along with Sean Diddy Combs. On December 8th, the accuser, identified anonymously as Jane Doe, refiled a sexual assault civil lawsuit she had originally filed against Diddy in October, adding in Jay-Z's name as an additional defendant. Per NBC News, she alleges in the new documents that in 2000, when she was 13, the two drugged and raped her at a house party following the MTV Video Music Awards in New York. Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, issued a statement to E! News hours after the suit was refiled, addressing the lawyer who filed it, Tony Busby. Calling the allegations, quote, heinous, Jay-Z says in the statement, quote, I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. He further calls the claims idiotic and alleges that before refiling the suit, Busby had contacted the rapper's own attorney to try to reach a settlement. He alleges further in a statement, quote, what he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. In a statement to E! News, Busby said his firm did send Jay-Z's attorney a demand letter on behalf of an alleged victim. That person, he adds, quote, never demanded a penny from him. Instead, she only sought a confidential mediation. Busby continues, quote, as far as the allegations in the complaint filed, we will let the filing speak for itself and will litigate the facts in court, not in the media. Jay-Z, who shares daughter Blue Ivy and twins Rumi and Sir with wife Beyonce, adds that his only heartbreak is for his family. He says, quote, "My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people." He adds, quote, "I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age." The lawsuit marks one of several sexual abuse civil suits filed against Diddy in recent months, and the first to include him and an additional celebrity as a defendant. Diddy is currently in jail awaiting trial on federal sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy charges, for which he has pleaded not guilty. He has denied any wrongdoing in all of the cases.
All right, fellas, there it is. So, are they trying to come after Jay-Z? Now, I know a lot of people on social media have been predicting this, saying Jay-Z is next. So, go ahead, fellas, chime in.
Yeah, I mean, it's about that time. You know, what happened last time? December. That's when that shit popped off with Diddy. It popped off in December.
Right.
Carried over into the new year.
Right. Yeah, you're
And
right.
here we go again. We popping off the same bookend as last year.
Okay, again. Good observation. Yeah, you're
same
right.
Time, same channel. Right. We right back.
Wow.
Now, I'm gonna say this real quick. Why would a 13-year-old child, be at the motherfucking MTV Music Awards after party?
Now, I'm gonna add on. I'll let you finish. I was thinking, because I thought the same thing. I was thinking maybe she didn't look 13. Maybe her body dimensions made her look 18. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what's happening nowadays. So she probably had to look and probably finessed her way into the event. But go ahead.
Boy, I finna start cussing on here, but I know how YouTube is. But it's a school night. It's a school night. What you doing anything on a school night? The hell are you talking about? She looked like what? This child is 13 years old, homie. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. It's 13. You 13. Most bedtime for most 13 years old is 8:30. Okay? Yeah, ain't no debate. And if you make your mama mad, you go to bed at 8. You feel me?
Yeah.
The music awards should still be on the TV when you getting into bed. What's she doing at the after party is the question.
Right. Yep, you're right.
So I'm not saying, and even if Jay-Z did it or didn't do it allegedly, as we always say,
right?
That's neither here nor there. I'm not trying to take up for him, but your child, and I've been talking to a lot of parents lately. That's why I'm on this. Your child should not be at no damn grown folks party where they serve alcohol at the age of 13.
Do you think she probably get in there with an adult?
Even if so, even if you got in there with an adult, the problem lies that where is the parents parenting to not know where your child is?
Right.
That's the crazy part. You don't know where your child is at 13.
Right. Wow. Yeah.
I mean, think about that. Sunday night, because if they do the awards on Sunday night, right, and it's live, right, because you know how TV is.
Yeah.
Then what's good with you, homie? So it's like, where's your child at on Sunday night? At 13 years old, she got to go to school in the morning where she had a party getting raped by P. Diddy and Jay-Z. Now, how did your child even get through security?
Right.
At 13 years old.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You done got past your own parents, the consenting adult who enabled it, the party security, to get all the way in VIP at 13 years old.
And end up in a room with so-called them two
celebrities. Grown women can't even get in the damn room with the celebrities, but you can.
Right.
Then the next thing is, like he just said, it's criminal. Y'all filing civil. He didn't even go to see who the Jane Doe was. Who Jane Doe? See, that's the problem with America, that everybody gets to make an allegation without showing their face no more.
Right.
Just like the internet. You got trolls. What they do? They hide their face and they make comments. But you never get to see your accuser anymore before you're accused.
Yeah. Yep. Makes sense.
But what's your take on it, though, Mark? I'm land a plane right there.
Man, y'all have some great points, man. I'm looking at it in a bigger picture. I'm thinking that they've given these guys millions.
Mm-hmm.
They've learned how to turn millions into billions. And now
Mm-hmm.
we instead of learning about it in the history books or from our grandparents, we're actually seeing a black billionaire. And I hate to say this, but it's the truth. I feel like they build them up to break them down in front of us to make us more weaker than what we already are. We already got our women against us.
Mm-hmm.
You got Trump in office. You
Mm-hmm.
got all this going on. They took down Bill Cosby. They took down R. Kelly. They killed Michael Jackson. They killed Prince. I think they trying to send a message, man, because y'all exactly right. How did that little girl get in there? And from the video that's been going around with Puff Daddy telling the little girl, "Yeah, you gonna come to the after party." I'm assuming that's the little girl that they talking about. And
Whoa!
then
See, I didn't even
again,
know that was out there.
yeah, and then check this out. Another way this little girl could have got in. Who said she wasn't rich back then? As Richie Rich was a kid, he had his butler do a lot of things for him. So, there's a lot of things in the air. We don't know. We don't know until everything comes out in the opening. But I hate it. But at the same time, Jay-Z got coming to him what he's got coming to him, just like we all do. We all have to reap what we sow.
Facts.
Right.
I want to say this too. I'm gonna say this: if when y'all go back and just check the footage out that we just watched, look how Jay-Z look when he's in front of them cameras, and then look how Puffy look when he in front of them cameras. They look like they're out, like not a deer in the headlights, but you look like you're in a room full of snakes and piranhas and all kind of dangerous animals that'll rip you apart once you get that much money and you in that spotlight. And spotlight is
Yeah,
also a dangerous ass place
it
where you're
is.
put on display like an animal. So
It
when
is.
y'all go back and watch his footage, just think about it, how their eyes look, like almost glossed over, like they're about to be assassinated. That's real shit.
Like the look Pac had before he got shot.
Yeah, it's like real glassy. It's like a real glass eye over look. Trust me, you go back and look at it. Even when we get off this show, go back and look at it. It's very eerie looking. Like once you get that rich, you are a target for real, for real. But okay, I'm laying it right there. Go ahead, though, bro.
But it could be once a black man get that kind of money, because there's a lot of rich guys, white guys that got that kind of money, and they don't be targets until they put themselves out there. Even though they do a lot of crazy stuff, we don't, they still get these passes. But when our people get that kind of income, that kind of tax bracket, they really become targets because the media know how to trip them up. The media knows how to spin things to make them look bad. So you got a good point right there. You have a real good point right there, family. All right, now check this out. I'm gonna play this clip and we'll talk about this because I've been wanting to talk about this for a minute. So let's go.
Drake is filing a petition against Universal Music Group and Spotify, accusing the companies of, quote, artificially inflating the spread of Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. In the New York court filing, Drake alleges UMG and Spotify, quote, deceived consumers into believing the song was more popular than it was, manipulating the streaming services to make the song go viral. UMG released a statement saying in part the suggestion that UMG would do anything to undermine any of its artists is offensive and untrue. Senior culture reporter at ESPN's Anscape and author of It Was All a Dream, Biggie and the World That Made Him, Justin Tinsley, joins me now for more. Justin, thanks for coming on. First, I just want to get your reaction. What did you think when you first heard the claims in this petition?
Wow. Like, in the history of rap beef and all the rap beefs that I've covered in my career and all the rap beefs that I've read about over the course of the genre's entire history, from Ice Cube and NWA to obviously Tupac and Biggie, Jay-Z and Nas, so on and so forth, you've never actually seen potential litigation come into play. So when I saw this drop yesterday, I was like, wow, this is definitely a new frontier in terms of rap beef.
Now, how big of a deal is it for a star like Drake to be alleging that one of the largest music labels in the world and streaming platforms in the world were basically conspiring against him to promote this diss track?
It's a potential bombshell because what he filed was a petition, which is not to be confused with the lawsuit. Basically, a petition is going to allow his lawyers to look at evidence or search for evidence that they alleged in that petition. Now, if they find things to their liking or find things to their interest, they could potentially file a lawsuit. But like you said, this is one of the biggest stars in the world, one of the biggest music labels in the world, one of the biggest streaming platforms in the world, and he's alleging foul play. He's alleging that they juked the numbers in terms of helping his rival, his foe out, and it in terms to hurt him. So it could potentially be a major lawsuit when we're looking at in terms of the intersections of the criminal, not criminal justice system, but law enforcement, law, courts, and hip hop, which already has a storied history to begin with.
Now, Drake's petition also accuses UMG and Spotify of paying social media influencers to promote Not Like Us. But Not Like Us also debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. It broke the Hot Rap Songs chart record for the most weeks at a time. So if his allegations are true, could that all be tied into this, or does that make this case more difficult for him?
Honestly, here's the thing, Diane. I don't know if anyone would be surprised if numbers were manipulated in some sort, because you got to think about it. There's always been some sort of pay for play situation going on with the music industry. This is long before streaming, long before the internet came into play. But here's the thing about Not Like Us. What can't be manipulated is the cultural touchstone that it became over the spring and the summer. What can't be manipulated is how marching bands at colleges are playing this every weekend during football games, or how it's being played at wedding receptions, how it's being played at homecomings. You can't manipulate the cultural impact that this song had. And that's one thing that Drake, no matter what becomes of this potential lawsuit, he can't take away from that. This song was a major hit, and it's up for several major awards at the Grammys next year, including Song of the Year.
All right, senior culture reporter at ESPN's Anscape, Justin Tinsley. We appreciate it always, Justin. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so we all are familiar with rap beef, right? Over the years, all right? I've been listening to rap beef since the KRS-One, MC Shan, the Bridge Wars, Mo D and LL, of course, Pac and Biggie. Social media has changed everything, right? Now, my question to you guys is, let's just say if Drake and Kendrick Lamar had been hot in the 90s, all right, like 92, 93, right? And then they have this beef and they release the same set of songs, and Not Like Us does the same thing pre-social media. Why would Drake try to sue? Because he lost this battle. Is it because of the social media influence and everybody was able to chime in and make memes of him? You see what I'm saying? And do all this other stuff? Because back when Tupac dissed the shit out of Biggie with what's the song? Hit 'em up. Everybody knew that was a nail in the coffin for Biggie and Bad Boy. But Puffy didn't come out to sue. All right. Mo D didn't come out to sue LL. Nas didn't come out to Jay-Z didn't come out to sue Nas. So what is Drake playing soft right now? Because this is some new shit to me. This is some brand new shit to me. So go ahead, fellas. Chime in. Tell me what y'all think.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead, Mark, first, but then Dollar, I want you to speak on it before I speak on it. But go ahead. But go ahead, Mark.
Man, let me tell you something. Drake is a drain to me. I have never in my life heard of a rapper suing another rapper because they lost a battle.
Right.
I'm done with Drake. Drake, I was kind of, well, actually, I was done with Drake when he dissed Michael. I didn't like that. But now I don't even want to type his name in to see what he got going on. I'm done with Drake.
Right.
I have dropped the mic on Drake. I'm done. that's some of that man. Look, even a female rapper wouldn't have did that.
Right. Right.
You know,
Right.
even some of these gay rappers that's out there wouldn't have sued or did nothing like that.
Right. Right. Right.
Drake is the only one. He just made history.
Yeah.
He just made history.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And all the rap beef that existed.
I'm done with him.
Yeah, and all the rap beef that existed, he's the first rapper that came out and was like, I'm suing. Now, before we let Mo chime in, because I know he's gonna come with a hell of an angle. In the early 90s, Roxanne Shante came out with a song called Big Mama. All right.
Mm-hmm.
She dissed all the hottest female rappers and some old school rappers at that time. Salt Pepper was in that mix. Latifah, Yo-Yo. She called MC Lyte a dyke. All right.
Yeah.
There was no lawsuit. All right. This rap beef before it became like street beef, because now cats get killed over rap beef. But back then, when it was just on wax and just friendly competition, that's all it was. I think the most it got extreme was with the Biggie and Pac, because Pac took the rap beef somewhere else. He took it like, people may say he took a few notches up. People may say he brought it down a few notches. But Pac, this rap was the very most, to me, in my opinion, was the most extreme rap diss I've ever heard. I mean, I fucked your wife. Come on, come on, man. I mean, come on, man. I mean, and so now here's Drake and Kendrick. Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us is, first of all, I've never heard of a rap song being nominated for Grammy. So I mean, a diss song, a rap diss, been nominated for Grammy. So that's the first. All right, but at the same time, it has a cultural tone to it, because Black people been feeling like that about America for a long time. Y'all not like us. We're different from y'all. But at the same time, Drake took this somewhere where it didn't need to go to. So go ahead, Mo.
One, okay, let me tell y'all this. This the angle right here. Remember when Drake, when he put out that for All My Dogs album?
Yeah.
Drake signed a deal with Universal Music Group for $420 million.
Yes. Yep.
That's one. Think about that. Keep that in your head. But you have to deliver, just like a football player or anything else. You have to deliver so much product. You have to, in other words, you have to be on the field. You have to deliver what you need. So what I'm really getting at is, if you don't deliver the product, you can't get the money. The deal falls through.
Right.
You're in a 360 deal with other people like Cash Money and everybody else, right? We already know that. You know, they talking about the splits. Remember they talking about the splits? You split with this nigga, that nigga, this nigga, that nigga. Okay, cool. So think about the splits, think about the contract. You can't produce. Nobody fucks with Drake anymore right now. Yeah. You can't produce no product, so they're fucking with your money. A lot of people saying, "Oh, you're dissing him because of a rap beef." Nah, bro. That nigga signed his money on the line is what it really is.
Right. Exactly.
He's not making what since Not Like Us came out. What music have you heard from Drake that's good or hasn't flopped or anything? Drake is a joke now. So now the number one product on Universal Music Group, which was Drake, really, now is immobilized. You can't even use this nigga. This nigga worthless right now. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now he's sitting over there mad, like, what can I do? They put me in this long ass deal. Then they let this dude wreck me because we both on the same. You gotta understand, people looking at it like a rap beef. You gotta understand, both of them work at the same job. They both work for Universal Music Group. That's not I get it confused.
Sure do.
Think about this. Don't get it confused. You cut a deal with my coworker, and then now my raise is in jeopardy because you let my coworker take over my machine. You feel what I'm saying? Now, what you gonna do?
Good example.
Right. You gonna go to HR, what you gonna go to? Like, look, it's foul play here. Y'all promised me this raise if I make this product, but now I can't make the product because you let the coworker run the machine.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So now I gotta go. Now I gotta go to court basically and say, hey, they promised me this under these conditions, and then they let this dude pull the rug out from under me. So now I gotta go and say, hey, OSHA, which is court, OSHA, I need you to come here and inspect this.
Right.
Because ain't no way they doing me like this.
Right.
Yeah, he mad. He big mad.
Yeah.
But it's more behind the scenes of him going after Universal, because Universal was his cash cow anyway. Don't forget Lucien Grange run Universal.
Right.
Lucien Grange, they were trying to say was his baby dad a few minutes ago. That's what Kanye said.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now Lucien Grange, he's still about the money. He's still about the Universal Music Group. So now you getting to see that Drake, you a side chick. Basically.
Wow.
Think about this. You a side chick.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Now you salty. So now you want to go, oh, that's not fair. You're not taking me out on a date and spending money on me no more. Now I'm gonna have to go. Now you beefing with your boyfriend, basically, Drake. You beefing with the Universal Music Group. This ain't even this is about Kendrick stomping on you, but it's the fact that you let your man, which is Universal Music Group, disrespect you in public. You got disrespected, and then he ain't taking up for you. So now you arguing with him.
They did come out early on in the beef saying, "Yo, Kendrick, yo, you putting too many blows on our guy. You know, you really beating him down." Like they was trying to say, Kendrick, ease up. But
why? But why? Kendrick making money.
Right, but this was before even he dropped Not Like Us. But when he dropped Not Like Us, Universal Music Group got quiet as hell. They didn't say nothing else.
Killed it. The money. Yeah. It's the money. You feel me? If you okay.
But I'm gonna let you finish. In true American fashion, the way America works, they fund both sides of the war.
Yes, there you go. There you go. There you go. And let the trash take out the trash. Yep. And I'm not saying Kendrick Lamar is trash or Drake is trash, but let the trash take out the trash. Let them kill each other like they normally tell us to do.
Damn.
And whoever win, guess what? We backed both of them.
So it's Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Palestine, Drake and Kendrick.
Right. We backing everybody. We backing everybody.
Yep.
Exactly. We on every step.
Oh my goodness.
So that's what it is, bro. If a dude block your money, you see what I'm saying? Even if your own label block your money. Trying to say that, like I said, Drake talking about all these sales, like what dude said in the newsreel is so real. The culture impact you can't deny.
Right, exactly.
And then you got to understand, we as Americans, I'm gonna say this, that we gotta chill out. But we in a hive mind. So majority of the people, if you like it, he's gonna like it. If y'all two like it, they're gonna like it. If this state like it, the whole country gonna like it. It fluctuates like that. So it ain't no. Think about it. Like you said, you named several rap songs that started off like "Hit 'Em Up" was a B-side of a single.
Yeah.
But when it became the hot shit, everybody got on it.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Yep.
So that's what it is. Everything it trickles out. Look at Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg number the G thing. That sound wasn't even heard like it. It was a California thing.
Yeah.
And then you got West Coast funk everywhere.
Yep. To see that in the history of hip hop, then in the history of hip hop rap beefs, and there's been plenty of them over the years, over 40 years worth of rap beefs. You know, some have been historical. Nas, Jay-Z, again, Pac and Biggie, LL and Mo D. This is the first, man, for a rapper on the losing end of the rap beef to say, "Well, I'm suing," and then blame his label, for not really, pretty much having his back. And I mean, Hit 'Em Up as the example that we're using. Has plenty of reasons that Pac could have been sued for: defamation. He lied. I'm saying if Faith had came out and said he lied, I never slept with him. I mean, death threats.
Yeah, all that hate speech. Look, hate speech, everything.
Yeah,
but
hate
look,
speech and everything.
I'm gonna say
Right.
this though. But this is the difference. You asked the question. This is the difference though. You never had the internet. You never had people. You never had devices. You had people,
Right.
but you never had devices that could drop a comment for you at any time.
Right.
You never had Twitter bots back then.
Right.
You never had a real way to cook the books like you do now.
Exactly. Right.
That's the issue. Now,
Right.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna stop again. I'm gonna give you another thought. Why the fuck is you projecting, Drake? All them Twitter bots and everything you was using against Kendrick at first was cool, but then when you think, oh, they using Twitter bots and they cooking the books on me, I'm gonna take them to court. Dumb shit. Dumb shit.
Yep.
Dumb shit. You see what I'm saying? You projecting, bro.
Yep.
So
and
it is
social
what it
media,
is.
and then I'm saying that we're gonna move on. Social media, you know, when you got the average Joe in Canada, the average Joe in Kansas City, the average Joe in Louisville, Kentucky, chiming in and making memes and making fun of you, that just piles on to the beef. Versus back then, when Pac and Biggie was going through it, people still had these feelings, but there was no way to express it for the rest of the world to see it. So now social media has chimed in, and now people are picking sides in your face. So bam, bam. Yeah, that was a good round right there, fella. That was a good round.
Yeah.
All right, now check this out. I posted this up earlier. What do y'all think? In the Mount Rushmore of Southern MCs, you got Lil Wayne. Now, this is just from popular opinion. People always put Lil Wayne up there. People always put Andre 3000 up there. People always put Scarface up there. Who is the fourth one to finish off the Mount Rushmore?
That's hard. I'm gonna need a minute. Y'all can go ahead. I'm gonna need a minute for that because that's a lengthy catalog.
Now I've seen a lot of people chime in and say T.I. But there's one name I was expecting people to see that nobody brought up. But go ahead, Mark.
This is a tough one, man. Get More is right, but one come to my mind, and when I say that, you know, by me being an R&B cat, I mean I am hip hop, but by me being an R&B cat, when I listen to somebody's lyrics and I can recite their lyrics without the music being on, that right there is somebody that's great to me. Pimp C. I am a huge fan of UGK. You know, I can recite their music, man, front and back. I love all of their music. So I feel like he's one who should most definitely be up there.
A lot of people, I did see a lot of people mention Pimp C and Bun B. Go ahead.
Man, to be honest, that's a tough one right here, man. It really is. That's a tough one because it's so many that you could call out.
Okay, but what do y'all think about the first three? Wayne, Andre, and 3K. Is that a correct assumption?
I'll say this about that. That is pretty much is spot on.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like when I really think about it, it pretty much is spot on. You'll have to have a compelling argument to try to knock one of them off. I mean, really,
I guess you might have a. I was about to say, well, y'all about to have an argument with me, man, because I kind of disagree.
Okay.
I don't. Andre 3000, man, he's one of the greatest, man. He is. But in my opinion, I wouldn't put Lil Wayne up there as Mount Rushmore. Was it like 4 or 5 of them?
Mount Rushmore only holds 4, and I'm only saying that because this is just considering Southern MCs, not MCs across the nation, but just Southern rappers. Go ahead.
Yeah, I most definitely wouldn't. Well, I guess it just depends on how you look at it, or what are you going by,
right?
Because me, like I said, you know, in the beginning, I'm an R&B cat. I'm hip hop, but I'm an R&B cat. I'm thinking like who lyrics have I recited? You know what I'm saying? Like, who could make me do that as a R&B person?
Right.
You know, Scarface most definitely. He made me do that with this year. Halloween fell on the weekend.
Right.
Me and Ghetto Boys are tricking. You know what I'm saying?
Think about that song. Scarface had 2 verses in that song.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, and another reason why I say I wouldn't put Lil Wayne up is because I'm a No Limit guy. You know what I'm saying? Nothing against Cash Money. I just grew up on No Limit, you know, and I really never we on the South Side, man. I mean, people listen to Lil Wayne, but it was more Master P and No Limit than Cash Money.
True.
So I mean, I'm really not familiar with all of Lil Wayne's catalog, which I know he's got a lot.
Right.
You know. But yeah, I mean, I like Andre 3000, man. That's kind of that's a toss up, man. I don't know. I mean, that's a good spot for him, but most definitely Lil Wayne. I don't think I would have put him up there.
Okay, go ahead, Mo.
Well, I gotta disagree with that. Lil Wayne deserves that spot for real. I don't give. I mean, and not saying no disrespect to you, but I just say to people in the street, I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. He earned that. He earned the hell out of that.
He did.
No, you can look at it through catalog, features, radio play, concerts. Dude earned that. You can't never walk on dude like that. Since 14, can't walk on dude. Dude earned that. 2, Andre, dude earned that. Dude earned that. Andre, let me tell you something. Don't nobody sound like bro. Don't nobody put their word. That's why even MCs who you look up, not you, but people who
your favorite rapper.
He's your favorite rapper's favorite rapper type nigga.
Right.
You feel me? Scarface is one who was the standout in Ghetto Boys, and even by himself still did the damn thing.
Yeah.
Him and Ice Cube is cut from the same cloth.
Yeah.
So but the fourth person, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's really up for grabs to me.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because that's where it's going to. Because everybody got their own thing, but it's hard to say. Like you said, T.I. was up there. You know what I'm saying? Ludacris should be up there.
I was thinking Ludacris
you
too.
See what I'm saying? Even though they'll be like, oh yeah, well, he's from Chicago. He moved to Atlanta, but still, the whole vibe is Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's another person who's supposed to who could potentially be up there. A lot of people are gonna sleep on what I'm saying because a lot of people don't know unless you from the South. I fuck with 8Ball.
Okay.
8Ball hard.
Oh yeah.
8Ball always been hard. Always.
Oh yeah.
Always. He might be underrated, but 8Ball hard as fuck.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
from a business standpoint, that's the only reason why I would give it to Master P. Business. Strictly business. He's not the best MC out of now one of them niggas up there right now. But the business, the business savvy to make not gonna say all of them, but himself, he's a mediocre rapper. You see what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
But your business sense and your perseverance and the way you made yourself valuable is unlike any of them three. Period. And ain't nobody got no deal cut like you cut. You see what I'm saying? Ain't you your business model? Ain't nobody came out with a album every month from your company, and most of them went platinum or gold. Period.
Yeah.
Nobody ever had that business model.
Yeah.
Nobody done seen them kickbacks. A lot of people look at Master P like, oh, but but guess what? He sold a product that a lot of people. It might have been a Reebok and not Nike. Basically, put
right.
You know, he made a product that wasn't as good as everybody else's product, but his product sold enough for him to actually be valuable. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
He made the independent. He made the independent look good to niggas.
He did. He did. And
You
he
see what I'm
inspired a lot of
saying?
people to go independent with
Mm-hmm.
the deal he
Right.
cut.
So you can't say Master P don't belong on a Mount Rushmore. He somewhat Harriet Tubman, a lot of you niggas. Showed you the
Yeah.
Underground
You're
Railroad for
right.
real.
You're
You
right.
feel me?
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
So, come
You're
on,
right.
bro. So the way you look at it is that spot is up for grabs. The reason why I say that about a lot of things is because notice two of them people out of the Mount Rushmore that's up at now come out of groups. There was more
Right.
groups coming out the South than anything.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Like I said,
Yep.
8Ball and MJG, Bun
Yep.
B and Pimp C. Those are groups. We talking about groups and duos. We talking about just more than one person on the mic. A lot of people out of here that had more than one person on the mic when they made it out.
Right.
You know, Triple Six is there's another group of people who made it
Mm-hmm.
out that's from the South.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Then you got people. You got all types of groups for real. If you,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna name some groups because, of course, people don't know who the hell they is.
Right.
But you have a lot of
Mm-hmm.
groups that came out of the South. Period, and that's
Yeah.
how more than having us single rappers. So that's really my take on it.
Now,
So
now, I put this together because I only put it and I put it together because I thought this would strike up some good conversation.
right,
Now, the reason why you see the first three is because this is just off the general consensus. When
right,
you
Right.
ask people who are some of the top MCs coming from the South, just the southern region of the states, you always hear Lil Wayne because Lil Wayne's evolution, so to say,
Mm-hmm.
has really took him to another stratosphere. Because when I first moved here, I was hearing a lot about Cash Money, and then I finally got put up on him. I wasn't a real big fan of Lil Wayne, but when the label was falling apart, Juvie left, Manny Fresh left, and it was just Wayne and Baby holding the label down. Wayne put the label on his shoulder and carried that
Mm-hmm.
label through. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then he started Young Money. Then he give us Drake. He give us Nicki Minaj. So Wayne did a lot of historical things, and then his lyrical prowess, his freestyle game is just, he don't even write. He don't even write.
Mm-hmm.
So that in itself have given people. And then Wayne got babies out here. You know how many people out here became rappers because of Wayne? You see what I'm saying?
right.
And then there's Andre 3000. Your favorite rapper always say 3K, no matter what. I mean, he's always in somebody's top 5 or top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Then, of course, Scarface, historically, Scarface been the shit since the 90s.
Yeah.
All right. Over 30 years, it's always been Scarface. Even when Flip and T.I. was going through that, who the king in the South?
Yeah.
They had Scarface.
Who did T.I. call?
Yep. Yep.
Scarface, right.
Scarface.
Real
and
king.
To me, Scarface is really the king of the South when it comes to rapping.
Exactly.
But independent is Master P. But as far as business wise, but as far as lyrical shit and influencing people, to me, Scarface is the true king of the South. Now, one name I didn't hear come up. I heard T.I., I heard Pimp C, I heard Ludacris, but nobody mentioned J. Cole.
Oh, he is from, he's from Virginia, right?
He's from North Carolina, and North Carolina is
considered
the South. It is considered the South, but nobody mentioned J. Cole. Now, J. Cole had a stumble, a slow kind of rising, but he got there now. J. Cole has to respect now. Remember, last year the top 3 was the big 3 that they say was J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick.
Yeah.
So J. Cole is another that I didn't hear come up. I was expecting the people to say J. Cole, but no one threw his name in the hat. So
you know why? You know why?
Why?
Cause you always claiming New York, nigga.
Whoa. Okay.
And what I mean by that is this right here. When he went to go make his career, I guess he talked about how he went to New York and did all that old whatever, trying to make it ass shit. That's all you ever talk about, to me, anyway. Okay. Every time that I've really peeked in on J. Cole coming along, you've always had an East Coast flow. You always, came off East Coastish, period.
Right.
Even from wanting to be.
does that not
Hold on, hold on,
give
hold
him
on,
the
hold
spot
on,
though?
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me finish. Think about it. When he jumped out here, he was big up in Jay-Z, wanted to be on the rock so bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then when he came out with his album, what he crying? I let Nas down. When have you ever really just gave your own Southern regions credit? You gave the East Coast niggas all the credit when you was coming out.
I'll let Nas down.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
He did have a song called "Let Nas Down," didn't he?
dude, you care about them more than you care about us. Come on now.
Okay.
Man,
You see,
you still
you
can't
see
take
what
that
I'm
away
saying?
from him. Because you got a lot of rappers that's like that, man.
I'm just saying, like, bro, like, why would you do that? I mean, you see where I'm going with it. Your production. I don't hear you. I've never hear you really on like a whole bunch of production that's not conscious rap, like East Coast dish backpack rap most of the time. Unless you talk about really trying to prove a point with a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like by getting on a song with 21 Savage and them. I don't hear you on no really enough South ass beats. You East Coast. That's your inspiration. So naturally they gonna think about you as an East Coast nigga.
You got a point. You're absolutely right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody saying your whole sound don't even sound like North Carolina. You sound nothing like P.D. Pablo.
Yeah.
That's the king of North Carolina. P.D. Pablo. Shit.
Yeah, and you're right, but it's all subjective. It's all subjective. People gonna, have
hold on. Is it? Hold on, Mark. Is it? Because what they used to tell us, Mark, we from out south. They told us y'all sound like an East Coast group. Really? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, you can say that about Pac though. Pac is from New York, but he repped the hell out of the West Coast, man.
And that's why they don't look. That's why they look at Tupac as the king of the West, but he came from Baltimore.
Right. Bam.
It's where you at. It's where you at.
It's not where you at, but it's not where you from. It's where you at.
Where you at? Shit.
Man. I still put him up there, man. I still put him up there, man. I'll make a extra face just for him up there because J. Cole deserves it, man. You can't take that from. That's just like Buck. We don't agree with everything what Buck do, but Buck is talented. He's lyrical. We can't take that from him.
Buck is dope.
Okay.
Buck is dope.
Mm-hmm. But see, this the thing though, bro. This is the crazy part about bro. The crazy part about it is you are because I'm gonna be real with you. If I was to put okay, I know this sounds crazy and people think I'm bullshitting. If I was to sit there and put 50 in the booth and then put Buck in the booth, I think Buck rap better than 50. My point.
He does. He does.
Yeah,
my point.
Does.
I'm just being real. Young Buck rap better than 50. But it's the outer part, the business part, the demeanor. Like it looks more intimidating from a New York nigga to be a gangster than a Tennessee nigga to be a gangster. It aesthetically looks
makes
different.
so much sense.
Right. But if I just put you in a booth and say rap against this nigga, and y'all can talk all the drug bang bang shoot 'em up shit you want, Buck, get that nigga. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just the way perception is a motherfucker, bro. And that's really what it boiled down to. So when it come down to it, bro, that's why let's go back to it's not where you're from, it's where you at. You can be like what Jesus said about Gucci Man, the king of Decatur. I heard you was from Birmingham. That's Alabama. But guess what? He repped Decatur, Georgia so hard. You can't tell nobody that Gucci ain't from Decatur, Georgia.
Oh man,
you're right. You're absolutely right. It's like Exhibit. He's not from the West Coast, but he rapping so hard.
You a swell.
You're absolutely right. All right, we got one more. I want y'all opinion on this. All right. Has R&B music lost its romantic appeal? Now, this sister named Geneva in general, she made this video, and I got the video in the description link in case anybody wants to check it out. But she's saying that, let me blow this up a little bit. because black people destroy R&B music being vulgar, singing the P word. All right, was its downfall. No romance. So, Mark, by you being an R&B cat, has R&B lost its romantic appeal?
Yes, not because of that though.
Okay.
R&B has lost it because hip hop took over. And
Oh man, me and you on the same wave. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. Everybody who, and I could be wrong, but I'll start in the T-Pain era where everybody want to get on the little voice box to make they sound a little bit better.
Yeah.
To me, around that era, like I said, I could be wrong, but that's where they start putting hip hop in R&B. And it wasn't cool to beg your woman no more. It wasn't cool to make love to your woman no more. Now, I hear a lot of young people just, not eavesdropping, but they talking so loud you can't help but to hear, making love to They Not Like Us. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you make love to a woman to a song like that?
Right. Wow.
You
But
know
yeah,
how
hip hop,
wop. No, I'm playing. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
man, yeah, but hip hop, man, I think whoever spoke of it first, man, who said hip hop was about to die, jinxed R&B.
Damn,
Well,
that
you
was
know
Nas.
what?
That was Nas too.
Now, I just want to correct you on one thing, Mark. The downfall of R&B didn't start with T-Pain, or not. You didn't say that, but adding hip hop more into R&B. That didn't start with T-Pain. That actually was a '90s thing, because remember, what's the 411 was the perfect. Now, to me, what's the 411 is the perfect combination. It's the perfect blend of hip hop and R&B. It's not too much hip hop, and it's not too much R&B. But where it went awry was when you start having too many hip hop producers producing R&B. All right, you had too many. You got Jermaine Dupri, you got Diddy and them, you got you got track masters, okay? And so and I love what they did, but over the course of time, R&B became too 808 bass heavy. It became too many rappers was rapping on these R&B songs. And then, like she said, saying the actual P word, I mean, come on, man. There was a time when you had to picture what someone was saying, because it was subtle, it wasn't out there. But now they just coming out saying, pull them pennies to the side, and so it lost its romantic appeal because too many hip hop producers are producing R&B music. You don't have LA and Fakes producing R&B no more. You don't have Jam and Lewis. You don't have Arkells. You don't have Tim and Bob out there doing it. So you got now the Neptunes. You got, you know what I'm saying? You got all these 808. Zaytoven. You got all these cats producing R&B, and it lost its appeal. It lost its romantic edge. R&B became more edgier. So to say.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
Even when Jagged Edge, they consider them Jagged Edge like R&B thugs. I mean, damn, that's some new shit to me.
Yep.
You know what? Man. I'll say this. There's one thing y'all left out though.
What's that?
R&B died, really, in my opinion, for one simple reason. It's the reason that y'all said too, but it's really, really, really simple. R&B is composed of what? You might have your hip hop R&B tracks. Okay, I give you that.
Right.
They had a lot of them. I give you that one. But it's one fundamental thing that's missing from R&B. Nobody makes ballads anymore.
You're right.
Nobody.
The ballad part of R&B is
dead.
Pretty much gone. You're right. You're right.
That's the problem. You had things like "Beauty" by Drew Hill, a ballad. You had ballads by Tevin Campbell. You had ballads by R. Kelly. You had ballads by every male that you can think of. Luther Vandross, whoever your parents made love to, I bet you they had a ballad. But guess what?
You know what, too, Kurt? Just to add on to what you're saying, R&B became more hip hop, and hip hop became more R&B with all this emo rap and shit that came into Drake singing and shit now, and it really they just the mesh it literally blurred the lines. But go ahead.
It did.
But so now that you don't have no ballads, everything is fast paced. That's one. And R&B is more sensual, more slow, more, you know what I'm saying, more actually building up to what you're trying to do. Look at like Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson has plenty of ballads as a woman. She has plenty of ballads that she sings. But as a whole, the R&B, they don't have ballads, bro. And that's the actual, that's the lane that if hip hop has 808s and all of that stuff, then that's their lane. That's their own distinct sound. R&B does not really have a distinct sound like what you would get from a ballad. You can't, you don't get that no more at all, nowhere. So pretty much. And it's not saying that. There's another quick thing about R&B was crazy. R&B has always, like you said, it's just like the female body. It's nothing left of mystery anymore. Like you said, back then you had to picture what somebody was saying, right? Now you know exactly what they're saying.
Yeah.
The thing was, they were still saying the same thing. They replaced the word fuck with love. Go back to listen to any old song, and they talking about "girl when I'm loving you." Nigga, he really said "girl when I'm fucking you."
Right.
But he
back in the days, it was like
loving
you, or when I touch you, or come inside. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Remember in the 90s, it was a lot of come inside. It was a lot of that come inside. I don't know. In the 90s, it was a lot of that, but it was still subtle. And
innuendo based.
Imagination.
Right. Innuendo.
Right.
But now it's like directly what it is now. You see what I'm saying?
The ass like groceries and shit.
Right.
That's why they dying from these pills, because they can't take their time. They gotta hurry up and get it.
Right.
Pop another pill.
Right.
Yeah, man. So you're right, y'all. You guys are absolutely right. And again, I'm glad that, because remember there was a time where hip hop was not fucking with R&B. There was a time when hip hop was like, we ain't touching that shit, and R&B wasn't fucking with hip hop. But then in the 90s, when I saw Big Daddy Kane on the Patti LaBelle song, I'm like, okay, there's something going on here. Yeah, they have a song.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it was like 1990, and there was a song called "Feels Like Another One" by Patti LaBelle.
Yeah, I remember that.
I saw the video and was like, wait a minute, Big Daddy Kane and Patti LaBelle, something's changing. And then once the 411 dropped, that literally changed the landscape of everything. Now, you did have Teddy Riley giving that New Jack Swing to Big Daddy Kane, Heavy D, Rex and Effect, but what's the 411 pretty much
the perfect hybrid.
Right, it was the perfect hybrid. It gave you a blueprint. You can't have too much R&B, you can't have too much hip hop. But some people kind of added too much hip hop. Some people added too much R&B to the hip hop, and vice versa. And now it's like R&B is 808 heavy. It's coming on with people saying, here's a mustard on the beat, ho, on an R&B track. I mean, it's like, yo. I mean, it's like, and again, I know Jam and Lewis are getting old, Ellie and Face is getting old, Kels is locked up. So you don't really have those R&B go-to producers anymore, because R&B is trying to get to the younger kids, and the younger kids want to hear more of, they just want to get straight to it. Back in our time, you had to use your imagination. It was romantic. The songwriting itself was different. Now it's something else. So now she's saying that Geneva in general, she's saying that Black people destroy R&B. Is it Black people or is it the record labels?
No. First of all, I think it's the record labels. But you can destroy some shit you made.
Yeah.
We made that shit. Fuck what you talking about. We made that shit.
You're right.
So how we gonna destroy it? You can't say, oh, well, y'all destroyed hip hop and everything else, and now y'all destroyed Black music. No, we can only make it. How it's funneled out, never been up to us.
Good point.
We have never been the distributor ever. So don't tell me how we destroyed it when it's an incentive for you to say and do certain things on the mic.
Good. Right. Man, I'm glad you brought it home right there, family. You absolutely did, because we can make it all we want to, but we don't have the machine to actually put it out there, and we don't green light all the projects. So you're absolutely right. Even when Dr. Dre did Family Affair for Mary J. Blige, it wasn't 808 heavy. It still had a party feel to it. I think that was like one of the last R&B and then nobody was rapping on it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So Dr. Dre is a hip hop and R&B producer. So when he did that for Mary, it was just he gave Mary what she got on the 411.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Versus now you got Jagged Edge. And I like Jagged Edge, but a lot of their stuff is 808 heavy. It's a lot of rapping on their R&B. So I mean, I'm glad that R&B and hip hop married, but it's almost like their home is torn apart. If that makes sense.
It's a romantic sexless marriage. In other words, y'all having sex in a marriage, but it ain't romantic.
True that.
Right.
True that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Ain't no I'm gonna give you rose petals and walk you to the bed, baby. Ain't none of that. Everything is let me bend you over
bam,
and
bam,
while
thank
you
you,
cooking.
ma'am.
Right.
Exactly. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good round, fellas. Good round, fellas. So anything y'all want to say before we wrap it up?
2025 is approaching, y'all. So what y'all gonna do? We done had the beginning of the year. I said everything happened crazy, and now we in month 12, and here go Jay-Z. We was in the month 11, Kamala Harris. Before then, they tried to shoot Trump. Before then, we always had something ever since Cat Williams in January. So what's coming next year should be even crazier.
It's gonna be
what
crazy.
happened this year,
because Trump's going in January. So
stay tuned.
We'll see.
Stay
what up, Mark?
tuned.
What you got to say before we get set?
Man, I agree with get more on 2025, but I just want to add something to it. If you have tomorrow, get it right tomorrow. Don't wait, because if you wait, you might be too late. And I want to say congratulations to Big Bro, Dollar Bill, number 11 on the charts, man. He's been doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all check us out, man. On the radio show, the WBAF radio shows. And also check us out, man, every other Wednesdays, man, on the Back and Forth podcast show.
Most definitely. Right quick before we go, I want to say thank everybody for checking us out. We're now every 2 weeks right here. Mixcloud, youtube.com/Back and Forth show. And again, don't forget to check us out. We are on every week at mixcloud.com/WBAF. I just uploaded a new show, originals to covers. Mark just uploaded a couple of new shows for Morning Gospel with Mark and Hip Hop Gospel Hour with Mystery. So don't forget to check those out. If you want a fresh tee, the t-shirt designs they're becoming more and more in effect. Hit us up in shyvillemusic.com/merch for tees. We got some good stuff in effect, so don't forget to hit us up on that. If you want to donate, we have all that in effect as well. So again, we love you all. Thanks for checking us out, and we'll see you all next 2 weeks from now. Same black time, same black channel. Peace.
Yo, welcome to the Back and Forth. We all over East, West, South, and North. We're on YouTube every Wednesday at 8:30. We keep it clean with a little dirty. I'm Dollar Bill and I am your host. With mystery and Get Low, we rock the most. It's the Back